what will happen after the land of samurai? My theory will lead to a second war of the best. The Wano arc is clearly drifting towards its end now. The raid on Onigashima is almost successful. Even one of the four emperors, Big Mom, has fallen in this battle and been defeated by none other than Trafalgar D. Waterloo and Eustace Captain Kidd of the worst generation. Luffy too is getting really close to beating Kaido, the most powerful creature on the planet who has been ruling Wano for over 20 years. His bounty is as high as 4,611,100,000 berries. Queen, one of the three lead performers of Kaido's army, has been defeated by Sanji, and King, the strongest underling of Kaido, has been brought down by our favorite swordsman, Moss Head Zoro. The third lead performer, Jack the Trout, too has been defeated by the Sulong form of the giant samurai dog. All the Tobiroko, also known as the Flying Six, have been defeated in this battle completely. Now, the only things remaining in Wano are Luffy finally defeating the drunken big guy, the truth behind the Grim Reaper around Zoro, and finally, Zunisha's mystery and connection to Joy Boy. After all the dust settles, after all of this is dealt with, and Luffy leaves Wano after a long arc, the seas all around the world will be more restless than they have ever been in 800 long years. Now, the more popular belief about the revelry incident is something that shocked the whole world and made Blackbeard move. The king of Alabasta, Cobra, was killed, which is probably why all his citizens were crying. I'm sure that Vivi is still alive, since she will have a big role to do in the future with the Straw Hats. Also, Sabo has been captured by the world government and was probably framed for that murder. We know how ruthless the world government can be. For example, Akainu convinced Whitebeard's underling to stab him. Akainu clearly enjoyed seeing that very thoroughly. Just look at his face. So let me talk about all the clues. Number 1. Luffy beating the strongest pirate would make him the strongest, especially with gear 4th and whatnot. In the War of the Best, Whitebeard was the strongest man alive, so here's a similarity. Luffy will take his place. Number 2. It's not confirmed yet, but if Sabo really was captured, then it's all the more reason for the second War of the Best. Luffy once lost a sworn brother of his in the War of the Best. He isn't planning on losing his second sworn brother in the second War of the Best again. He is determined. So, he will go there on the execution date and attempt to save Sabo just like he did Ace 2 years ago, except this time he will succeed. Number 3. After leaving Wano, Luffy will officially be a Yonko and a legendary figure enough to shake the world and lead a new era. It is high time Luffy mount his leadership by declaring a war against the government. This makes a lot of sense since 2 years ago, when Luffy returned to Marineford with Jinbei and Relay and paid tribute to his brother and to Whitebeard. Eustace Kid's words were, "It's as if he is saying Whitebeard's era is over, he will shape the new era." The War of the Best happening again, except this time Luffy taking Whitebeard's place, will put everything on track. Everything will make sense. Number 4. Let's not forget the rest of the crew now. Zoro and Sanji gained great power-ups in Wano. Sanji got that unbelievably tough body and exoskeleton activated while fighting Queen, which basically boosts all his abilities perfectly. Zoro not only got Enma, one of the most dangerous swords in existence, but he also activated Conqueror's Haki in existence. His goal of being the strongest swordsman by beating Mihawk is in sight now. Sanji, whose specialty is his speed, will fight Kizaru, who is as fast as the speed of light. Zoro will fight against Fujitora, who is an Admiral level sportsman. This will be a great milestone for him in his path to being the greatest sportsman. Luffy will face off against Akainu, who is none other than the person who killed Luffy's sworn brother. Did you feel how everything just clicks? It's as if Oda has already shown us the story. Now, the only thing remaining is to determine whether this will happen before or after Elbaf. I personally believe that it will happen after, since there will be time for Sabo's execution and the Straw Hats will want to train themselves even further for the war. Especially Usopp, who had quite the connection with the Giants all the way through the story. So I told you guys what I think I know will happen eventually. FYI, I'm just a 17-year-old otaku who felt like making a YT channel. It would be really cool if you guys help me get 1,000 subscribers or even more. I mean, it's not every day you can say I'm a 17-year-old YouTuber who earns $10 a month. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my first video. I put a lot of work into it. I could use some constructive criticism, so don't hold back in the comment section. Okay? Okay. So, ciao for now. I'll be back with more. So, bye.